Ever imagine a coin, like one that isn't heads or tails, not like it's balanced on its side or anything, like it's both at the same time? Kind of wild, right? Well, that's what we're diving into today, the whole mind-bending world of superposition.
It is a pretty tricky concept, but we've got a neat way to visualize it. It's called the Q-coin. It's based on, well, some simulations that explore this idea and even touch on entanglement too. We're going to use it to kind of unlock a new perspective on, how reality works.
Yeah, exactly. So our mission today is to really get a feel for the superposition thing, and maybe even entanglement in a way that makes sense, and hopefully in a way that's, engaging and fun for everyone listening.
So first things first, let's picture this Q-coin. In its initial state, the simulation describes it as forged not from metal, but from pure potential. And it even shows these shimmering, overlapping images. The big idea here is that before we even look at it, before any interaction, it's not one thing or the other. It's a blend of all possibilities.
Oh, okay, so it's in multiple states at the same time.
Exactly. It's like asking someone a yes or no question before they even hear it. The answer is both yes and no until the question actually lands.
I like that. Okay, so this Q-coin then goes through this thing called the gate of clarity.
Yeah.
It's like a circuit, really. But it's not forcing a result. It's more like transforming the potential of the coin, kind of like applying a special field, as the simulation puts it.
Right, and what's interesting is how this clarity field works. It takes that singular potential and splits it, making all the possibilities explicitly defined. So now, with our Q-coin, it's a 50-50 potential for heads or tails. It's both 50% heads and 50% tails simultaneously. A far cry from our usual reality where a coin is always one or the other.
Then we have the observer. In this simulation, it's just a simple light sensor, and this is where it gets really crucial. The act of observing, of interacting with the Q-coin, forces it to choose. The superposition collapses, and it becomes one definite reality, heads or tails.
Yeah, spot on. Before we looked, it was truly both. Afterwards, it's definitively one or the other, and the output is just recording that result. We could repeat this a bunch of times, and we'd see a roughly even split between heads and tails, reflecting those initial probabilities. Kind of points to the inherent randomness at play in the quantum world.
Wow, okay, so now the expanded narrative goes even deeper with the imagery. Instead of a regular coin, we've got this disk crafted from solidified twilight and nascent dawn, existing in this, quantum foam of potential. Even the gate of clarity gets an upgrade. It's now an archway formed of intertwined light and shadow. I mean, come on, that's just beautiful.
It really is, and this more vivid language makes it easier to picture this transformation. As the Q-coin passes through the clarity field, that singular hum splits into a chorus of vibrating potentials. It becomes this dazzling, iridescent blur, a perfect balance of potential up and potential down.
And the observer's gaze is described as like a point of awareness. It's as if the universe is asking, what are you? And when that wave function collapses, it's like the shimmering chorus resolves into a single clear note, and the Q-coin finally makes its choice.
All right, and now hold on to your hats because we're going even further down the rabbit hole. Let's talk entanglement. Picture two of these Q-coins, Echo 1 and Echo 2. They come from the same quantum event, go through their own gates, enter superposition, and become, fundamentally linked.
Okay, so they're connected somehow.
Deeply connected. This is where we get to what Einstein called spooky action at a distance. If we observe Echo 1 and it becomes heads, Echo 2 instantly, no matter how far apart they are, becomes tails. Boom, just like that. They're linked in this deep, mysterious way.
Whoa, that's wild. So basically what we're learning is that superposition is this state of holding all these possibilities at once, and then observation forces a single outcome. And then entanglement takes it a step further with this instant connection between quantum systems, right?
Exactly, you nailed it. Superposition. Multiple possibilities until observation collapses it down to one. And entanglement. This deep, instantaneous connection. Pretty mind-blowing stuff.
It really makes you think, like just as these Q-coins exist in a realm of pure potential until they're observed, maybe our lives are also filled with all these possible outcomes, and it's our choices that solidify them. And maybe, just maybe, there are connections between events in our lives that seem totally separate, but are actually intertwined in ways we can't even comprehend.
It's a profound thought, for sure. Makes you consider all the possibilities shimmering around us, just waiting for our interaction to put them into focus. What potentials are waiting for you?
Well, on that note, we'll leave you to ponder that.
Until next time, keep exploring the quantum world.